Of course, thank you all for coming and showing your support. My name is, for those of you who don't know, my name is Gilbert Flores. I am the son of our County Commissioner, Gilbert Flores. To many of you, he really doesn't need any introduction. He's been our County Commissioner for about 25 years. And also a figurehead for, 40, 50 years maybe, with his store that he had many years ago. But I guess I'm here to tell you that he's not done. He is running for County Commissioner, and today is his announcement for the bid of 2020. This upcoming election in 2020 is going to be one of the most important elections that we've had in many years. Not only for the United States, with the presidential election and everything that's going on at Capitol Hill, but also here locally in the United States. We have the census coming up. We have a lot of issues, and with the census comes redistricting and gerrymandering and changing of party voter lines. And with that, the people on the other side are going to try and split us apart. And that's why we need Gilbert Flores. We need somebody who has the experience, somebody who's strong, who has the wherewithal, who knows how to stand up for us and to be our voice. And I guess that's why I'm here to introduce my dad, Gilbert Flores.
Whoa, that makes a man proud, doesn't it? Not only is he my son, but he's also my county treasurer. So he keeps me in line, and Dad, don't spend this and don't spend that, and go after him. He's got money, go after him, he's got money. But listen, first of all, let me thank you for being here. It's very important. I had several calls this morning from elderly people, respectfully, that I know at the Arnie Benson and at Guadalupe neighborhood. They say, we can't go, it's too cold, and we can't find nobody to take us. Some of my strongest supporters that I have, people like Julia and Kiro, and people like that you know. But I want to thank you very much for being here. I'm very grateful. It makes me feel good. And yes, I have been serving for quite a while. And yes, I am not done yet. But before we start any introductions, I want you to help me respect this court. This is the court that I work in whenever we have our commissioners' meetings. The media knows that very well. This is a court that we address 1,000 issues from the county. We do have about 37 departments in the county. So here's where we make our decisions, and here's where we make rule and regulations and this, that, and the other. As you can see, this is my plaque. You guys see me on TV once in a while. I'll put it up because I'm very proud that I'm here. I'm very proud that you guys are here. But we're following that tradition of being here. I will not feel comfortable if we don't do a little invocation like we always do here. Let God guide us. I'm not the best Christian, but I do believe in my Lord Jesus Christ. So before we start anything, would you please stand in prayer, and then we will follow the Pledge of Allegiance like we always do. Right, Julio? Okay. Lord, first of all, let me thank you for all the blessings that you have given us. Our families, our friends. Thank you for this county, Lord. We're trying our best to serve the people the best we can. I want you to please keep in mind all the men and women that are serving our country. Please guide them and bring them home safe. And with that in mind, sir, we have an issue. Please unite our country. Please unite our country, Lord. And special prayer for our kids in school. Keep them safe, Lord. Keep them safe. Keep that evil one away from our schools. We ask you all this in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Thank you. Also, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may have a seat. This is what we do every time we start our court hearings, and I just do not feel comfortable. I'm not doing it since I'm here, okay? I, made several notes, but usually I'm not the one that follows rules and regulations or note, but first of all, I want to introduce to you my family that can be here. I have a couple of my members of the family that are not supposed to be. They can be here because they're out of town. They work hard. For one, it's like Gilbert, my son. I think last time I heard he was in Carlsbad or somewhere in New Mexico, and he wasn't able to make it. I also have a Natalie Flores that she's I think has her supervisors at where she works, and she's not able to be here. But I do have some of my kids here. Okay, and I'm going to go from my left to my right. And of course I have my daughter, Debbie Flores Robles. Please stand me up, because you're a beautiful woman, and I want these people to know you, because I know you're going to see you on the road. And of course you met my son Marcos Antonio Flores. He's my son also. And next to him, and I'll skip the one next to him because first I want to introduce Marisela. She's my daughter. And then her fiance Austin is with her. And next to her is Vanessa. She's Gilbert's wife. And she's decided to be here to represent very well my son. And last but not least, my girlfriend of nearly 40 years. We have been together for a long time. Actually, we dated about 3 years, and we've been married nearly 38 years already. Her name is Kathy Cantu Flores, and she's the one that takes care of me. I'm really about 95 years old, but I know I look 59. But it's because she takes care of me. She's been taking care of me for a long time, and she's. I can say a bunch of stuff about Kathy, but I won't have time. She's my heart. She's my life. So thank you very much for all of you for being here. I'm pretty much a very basic person. I have principles like everybody else. Philosophy is how we live our life. To me, as I mentioned to you before a while ago, to me it's about God and church. Nothing else comes above that. Nothing else comes above that. Without our Lord, nothing else will happen. He is the only Father we have. Period. After that comes my family. My family is one of the most important things in my life. And of course, the community. The community, our city, our county, our nation. I don't put, and I'll be very honest with you, I don't put country above my family or my God. God comes first. Because without Him, you don't have a family. So, the reason I say that is because we all have reasons for being here. And we all have reasons why I'm going to run for office again. I have reasons. I want to. People ask me, the lady called me this morning, so why do you want to run? It's because I want to. Don't you just want to do things sometime? Do you have to have a reason? I want to do it. I'm a public servant. Not very good of a politician. This man right here to my right, he knows Julio. He said, Gilbert, you're not supposed to say that. I already did it. But I'm a public servant. I love to serve people. Ever since I was young and had my store, you guys can relate to that. I had an auto parts store for 30 years and loved talking to people every day. Got involved in music and had a little nightclub way back then. But I serve people. I love to serve people. That is my main objective. Now I'm a county commissioner. And yes, I've been here for a while. Off and on about 19 years, going on 20 years. Miko got pretty close to it. So, but I want to be here. I want to serve. One of them, there's so many Let me tell you just a few reasons why I want to stay here, why I want to be run again for another 4 years. The county has grown so much compared to what it used to be back in the 90s. It has grown so much. Then we got close to 300,000 people in my county already. In my precinct alone, I have over 80,000 people that I cater to. District 1, City Council, District 2, City Council, part of City Council 4, they're all in my precinct. So it's important that I serve the county well, just like I serve the city, because the city is part of my precinct too. Okay? It has grown so much. The needs are so great. Very briefly, let me touch on about 2 or 3 departments that are definitely a concern to me and give me reasons to be here. Medical examiner, for example. You know, we made the news. We made the news. It wasn't as serious as some media and some other members of the court made it. It's something that we can work together and accomplish. Not all, we got 37 departments in the county. Not all of them run smooth. We make mistakes. But it's up to the county commissioners to look into it and straighten them up, do the best you can, and lead. You got to lead. Sometimes when you lead, you think you're making the right decisions, but not everybody's going to agree with you. Sometimes you make decisions that are not popular, but that's what is the best thing to do for the county. That's what I'm here for. I'm a county commissioner. Yes, Precinct 3, ladies and gentlemen, is my priority. I do have to cater to Precinct 3, you folks that elect me. But I'm also a county commissioner. I'm concerned about things that are happening in Southwest Lubbock. I'm concerned about the Woodrow Road where kids are getting killed. I'm concerned about the jail. You know, what some of the departments that I could be talking about. I'm concerned about the budget. Our budget is like, our general fund, I know some of you may not understand what I'm saying, but our general fund is about $112 million a year. Overall budget for Lubbock County is $199 million. And we have to use that money to fund all the departments that we have. From the county jail to the sheriff department to the county assessor, all the courts, and so on and so on and so on. Children protective services, women protective services, general assistance programs. There's a bunch of them that come to us. We have to filter their money into all the departments and make sure that they spend it well. We just don't give them a blank check. No. Why you want this money for? How much you going to spend? You didn't spend that much last year. How come you want more? I can go on and on. That's a budget. This is our main objective. This is our main duty as county commissioners. Be good stewards of Lubbock County taxes. Okay? This is what we have to do. Other than that, the operation. We have a tremendous amount of money that was filtered to the Road and Bridge Fund. Another department. I've got 360 miles of dirt in caliche and asphalt in Precinct 3. So we have to deal with that on a daily basis, just like every other department. Oh, we're going to get some rain, and we're going to get some mud. My phones will ring tomorrow morning. They'll ring. When are you going to fix my road? I said, I can't. It's raining. I can't see my morning graders right there because they get stuck. So those are some of the areas that definitely we have to deal with on a daily basis. Medical examiner, we got a doctor named John Lang. He's doing a good job. He's cleaning up that stuff that we went through for the last 10 years. And I'll deal with the issue when I took office again. We just adopted a new computer system. We're making that transition from computers that were good 20 years ago to new computers. $7 million we're going to have to spend on new computers. So we're dealing with that. Citizens of Lubbock just passed a new road bond, $99 million. I got my share for Precinct 3. One department is a road and bridge, correct? First year that I came in, I spent $750,000 and I seal coated a bunch of roads. Never before, nobody has ever done that. Last year, I caliched 31 miles. That's like from here, Chano, to Slayton and back. Brand new caliche. Okay, right now I have a discretion, at my discretion, I can spend about $5 or $6 million on my roads out of this new road bond that we just passed, that you just passed. County jail is an issue. I want to be here. You guys don't know what we go through at the county jail. Okay, I was very instrumental when we built the new jail. Because this old jail that we're at here was nothing but lawsuits. We built the jail that houses 1,500 inmates. 1,500 beds. Julio, this morning, we got 1,309 inmates in jail. All local. 1,300 inmates. So how long, in 4 more years, are we looking and coming back to the citizens of Lubbock and say, we got to build another 400 beds? Or you want us to turn them loose? We don't put people in jail. By statute, our duties is to house them. And you got to feed them and house them and get them tennis shoes and feed them vitamins, and now they'll sue us. You attorneys know what we go through. We don't watch it. But that's our duty as county commissioners. So there's many reasons why I want to run again. I want to be here. Most important, and I'll try not to take up too much of your time. Remember, we have a brand new court. Brand new commissioners court. We got 2 new commissioners that came in. Let's not elaborate on that. Bill McKay just announced that he was not going to run again. So I don't know who's going to take his place. We have a new county judge, Curtis Parrish. He wished me luck on my way up. He's a good man. I can work with him. I'm the only Democrat. I'm the only Hispanic. I can work with some of these people. I have to be conservative too. I'm spending your money. But there are some party affiliations on the other side of the fence. No, sir. No, sir. They're not going to send my grandmother back to Mexico. They got a problem with me. Okay? That's the way I feel. Okay. And some more growth, some more issues that we have with Lubbock County. We have a lady, and I don't mind mentioning her name because I think she's a jewel. I think she's great. Jackie Latham. She's been our auditor for the last 20 years plus. She's going to resign next month. So I am due for a lot of fun this next term but I can handle it. I can do it. I'm a senior commissioner and I know what's happening. I know where the money's at. I know how it's being spent, and I want my share. If not, I sure know talk to people that can help me. So saying all that, I need to be here. I'm not ready to retire. I'm not ready to retire. I love my house and I have a beautiful home, and I not keep playing with my friends. I don't want to see Gunsmoke and Cheyenne and Wagon Train during the day. No, I need to get up in the morning and I need to get dressed and I need to come to work, and I can retire. But I don't want to. I feel like I can be more productive. And you know what? Honestly, I feel like I'm committed to at least 4 more years so I can help my county. I told you we're going through a lot of changes. We're going through a lot of changes. And somebody's going to have to be here that knows what he's doing and that knows the ups and downs of all the county. I just don't know what to say. Listen, I took office again about nearly 3 years ago. I told you about the budget, $199 million. But the first year that I took office, we adopted what they call the current rate, which is the same rate that we had the year before. Last year we lowered the tax rate. This year we lowered again the tax rate. In essence, what we did is lower your taxes. But commissioners don't raise or lower taxes. They set rates. The rate that we set for Lubbock County is a rate that's going to be used at the central office, central appraisal office, to charge you your taxes on your home. So the lower the rate, the less taxes you're going to pay. Okay? But sometimes people get confused. Central appraisal. If you got the same tax rate that I had last year, that I set for you, that means I'm not going to raise your tax rate. But if your house is worth a little bit more this year than it was worth last year, your taxes are going to go up. But don't blame it on the county commissioners. But we still kept the same tax rate. So that's the stuff you got to understand. Mike, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
Okay? You know what I'm talking about. So we have lowered your tax rates. We adopted what they call the current rate. First year I got here. And then for the next 2 years, we lowered your tax rate. I don't know what more you guys want. We're squeezing every penny we have on the county. We're squeezing every penny we have and spending it correctly. Make sure we don't make mistakes. Next year, we're going to be challenged. For some of you that know what I'm talking about. Next year, we do not know if we're going to adopt the current rate or the effective rate. You need to find out what I'm talking about. I would say that today, if I committed myself 100%, I want to adopt the current rate. I want to adopt the same rate we have today and not raise it next year. But when other commissioners make promises to a handful of people, well, we're going to lower your tax rate. Yeah, but we don't have enough money to pay bills. It's like me telling you, take money out of your savings account, put it in your checking account so you can pay the light bills. You know, sooner or later that money from savings is going to deplete. It's going to go down. Years ago, we had about $31 million in reserve fund, when they call unfunded balance. We had about $31 million. Today, we got 27. We got $27 million in reserve. Sounds like a lot of money, don't it? But we can spend that in 6 months. Our budget is what? 112 general fund, 199 the overall budget for the county. So by law, by statute, by good practice, by good business, you're supposed to have at least 25% of the actual budget on reserve in case something bad happens, that we can dig into it. So these are the things that I know how to do. So be careful. You don't want I'm being bad. You don't want John Wayne over here that don't know what the hell he's doing. They'll eat him up. They'll eat him up. But here's 2 things that I'm going to leave you with. And then I'll stop. And it hasn't been all that bad. 15 minutes. So I told you about all the issues we have on all the departments of the county. Why I want to be here. There's 2 things that I have to tell you. There's 2 things that I have to tell you that I'm going to need every single one of you to help me. If not, we're going to be in trouble. One is what's coming up, Carizales, the census. The census. We got to get counted. Some Mexicanos that have been here for 10, 15, 20 years, they're just afraid to get counted because of all the stuff that's going on throughout the county. Sending people back to Mexico, putting those American kids in jail over there at the border. All that is affecting how we're going to deal with the census. But it's up to us that have been here forever to make sure black folks, brown folks, please get counted. Russell, you know what I'm talking about. We got to give count. For every one vote, for every one person that does not get counted, that's $1,500 we're not going to get on assistance for a school, for food, for everything. They'll cut it. Federal government will cut it. So you got to get counted. Is that important? Let me tell you something else that's even more important than that. That's why I want to be here. Something that I did 10 years ago. And I know how to do it again. is we're going to redistrict. What does it mean to be redistrict? Chico, they're going to be drawing lines. As far as I know, some of these people want to cut my precinct in half. They want to cut my precinct in half, so I won't win no more. So you, if you decide to win, you're not going to win again. They'll delete our precinct. They've been doing it for years. South Texas, all the damn lawsuits that we had. They're going to redistrict. If they pump another 15,000 people into my precinct that don't understand me or my culture or why I need to be here, I'm not going to be able to win. Mr. McDougal. So we need to be careful. We got to count ourselves, and then you're going to have somebody here that says, no, you're not going to cut my precinct in half. No. By state law, by federal law, according to the DOJ, we have to have a district, we have to have a precinct, whether it's state, whether it's county, whether it's city, whether it's school, we have to have, so we can get somebody like me elected. Okay? Okay. So, those are enough reasons why I want to run. I need your help. There's going to be somebody that's going to run against me, that's going to answer to a handful of people. I don't answer to nobody except my constituents. There's not a handful of people. There's not a handful of people that control what I do in court. And frankly speaking, there's not a party, whether it's Republican or Democrat or Independent, that tells me what to do. I'm here to represent you. You, nobody else. So please keep that in mind. And with all this, publicly, officially, I want to tell you, I'm going to run for county commissioner in precinct 3. And as soon as I can, as soon as Mama gets my checking accounts in order and all that, my campaign accounts, I'm going to pay my dues, my fees, as ASAP, and I'm going to run for county commissioner in precinct 3. Thank you very much. You guys, this is not a news conference. This is a question. I'll answer a couple of questions if you want me to.
You got a freshman court up there. Everybody's freshman. And you need contacts downstate. Can you tell us about your contacts among county commissioners and judges all over Texas?
Listen, when I first took office, I called Margaret Gomez out of Austin. Years ago, we put together an association of the Hispanic Judges and Commissioners Association. I'm co-chair of that association. We're working hand in hand to lobby, to work against those state representatives, senators that are doing us wrong. Okay, they don't believe in us. Chico, we have tremendous amount of issues, not only on the state level, but on federal level. You see it every day. You see it. You see it every day. I was in San Antonio. I was in San Antonio for the South Texas Conference of County Commissioners and Judges, and we spoke. We spoke. One of the things that I told those people that, you know what, Gilbert, we haven't really thought about that, but you're right. Because I complain about all the kids, Emilio, that are being jailed at the border. All those children, innocent children that are Americans. American children. So somebody in the audience said, what are you talking about? Those are Mexicans. They're not Americans, they're Mexicans, they're from Central America, I don't know where the hell they come from. They're not Americans. And then I thought that was offensive. And I got angry. I said, fella, show me a country that's called America. You tell me where is a country in this hemisphere that's called America. I know no country that's called America. But haven't some people been hogging up this name? Oh, I'm an American. You know, I'm an American. You go back to where you belong. I'm sorry, Kathy. But that's true. America is not a country. It's a continent. People from Mexico, from Costa Rica, from Peru, from Brazil, Argentina, Emilio, they're Americans too. They're Americans too. This is Europe. They're Europeans. Yeah, but where you come from? We're in Europe. You're American, I'm an American. I don't like that word too much. I do like it. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I do like, I'm an American, yes. But don't tell me that I'm not, that I'm a Mexican. So, this is what I go through all the time. One of these days I'm gonna buy a big ass recorder and put it on my phone and let you listen to some of the calls I get. They're nice, man. They're nice. Well, I guess I can go on and on, but I'll freak you guys out. But I think that's enough for me to talk. I just need your help. Yes, Mr. Price.
I don't guess anybody in this room has known you as long as I have.
Well, you know me a long time, Price.
That's my brown brother from Slayton, Texas. And we've been through a lot. And I just want to let people know how dedicated you are. And whatever you're doing, you're dedicated to it. If it was a marble game and we were going to have a marble tournament, snow on the ground, and he wants that tournament to proceed, he get out there and clean the snow off.
Mm-hmm.
Put a tarp over what he cleaned so we could have that marble game. That's how dedicated he is. And I really listen to what you've been saying today. You're right on target on so many things. Like, as you know, I've been in politics for a long time. I was out in public work for many years, and I've run across lots of fake, phony folk. You're not one of those. So I just want to give you beans before they get cold.
Thank you very much. If anybody else has a question, I'll be glad to answer it. This is not a debate. This is not, I'm just asking you for help. I told you my philosophy in life: God, family, and then my community, my church, my community. I love Lubbock, Texas. I was born and raised here. All my family were here before the 1900s in el barrio Guadalupe. Los Flores, los Aguilares, they've been here forever. So how offensive it's to us, they've been here forever when they don't even consider us citizens of this country. I tell people, Chico, have you ever heard a city named San Antonio? They're celebrating 500 years of existence. Lubbock has only been here 100 years. Well, I went to Corpus Christi. I said, well, it's not really Corpus Christi, it's Cuerpo de Cristo. That's the real name of that city in South Texas, Cuerpo de Cristo. Santa Fe. You know, those are cities that were here 500 years before John Wayne showed up. You know what I'm saying? So please, I will stop here, and I took 30 minutes. It's not too bad, baby. It's not too bad. So I'm asking you, please go out and work for. I mean well, and I'll serve you the best in the best manner that I can. Okay? And I will never say this. Thank you. You got plenty, huh, Julio?
I need you.
I need it. Huh?
First, second, vote.